Welcome, everyone. Let's go ahead and get started with Stretch with the Leader today. We have Annan Fetzer here with us. Annan, if you could tell us a little bit about your role with Intermountain, and then you can jump into your Be Well moment and then toss it back to me for the stretch part. So thank you so much for being here today.
Yeah, thanks, Cami. And excited to share a little bit with you. So my name is Annan Fetzer. I have been with Intermountain for 20 years. I am currently in a nursing practice role for the enterprise. So my expertise is in med-surg and doing a lot of policy harmonization work and what have you. Epic is all upon right now. So just grateful to be here and share a little bit with you. So I am going to share some things in the chat as I go, just as some things that you can either refer back to or take with you, leave, whatever works for you. I think that's the biggest thing with well-being is you have to figure out what works for you, right? So I don't know if any of you know Mel Robbins. She's kind of like a health podcaster person. And so she has this podcast and I listen to it on occasion. But this episode with Dr. Chatterjee, it was from February, really resonated with me. And I have actually shared it a lot with others, and I've re-listened to it a lot. So I just want to share a few points that Dr. Chatterjee has talked about in this podcast that really kind of just, again, have helped me simplify things for my well-being. And so the Dr. Chatterjee, also too, Mel Robbins also says, like, share this with your friends. So now you're all my friends and I'm sharing this with you so that you can visit it if you'd like to. But Dr. Chatterjee has these 4 pillars of health. And I think just like in healthcare, there is a lot of different things that we're trying to accomplish. And I think what I appreciate about this is just simplifying some of the things that we can do for our well-being that make it easier. So he has food, sleep, movement, and relaxation. Those are kind of the 4 pillars of health. And, as individuals and human beings, we kind of pick maybe which ones we need more focus in and or some simple things that we can do in each of the categories. So I'm going to quickly kind of talk through each one briefly, let you know kind of what I'm doing in each of those categories, although not perfect, obviously. It takes work. So with food, I'm really looking at like labels and what is in my food. So he talks a lot about one ingredient food, like avocado or, peaches or just some of those like simple things, right? That have one ingredient. So that's something that I'm committing to with food. I've been shocked by what are some of the things that are in our food, right? And food is medicine. All of these things are medicine. For movement, Dr. Chatterjee has this method where he calls it his 5-minute kitchen morning routine. So before he looks at email, any social media, he goes to his kitchen in his pajamas, sets up his coffee, and does 5 minutes of strength training. And so I've been trying to do this every morning, and really it has helped me just set the tone for my day and continue from there. So he does have a YouTube video called 5-minute kitchen workout that you can look at. But again, in the complexities of what we do in healthcare and in general in life, we're so busy. Sometimes it's just these little things that we can grasp onto that help us be well. So that's my movement. Sleep, natural light in the morning. I used to want to have all the lights off, not open my windows. And now I'm like opening my window blinds and getting that natural light. He has said You know, and I think a lot of other people have stated that that natural light does really help when you go to sleep in the night. So just sometimes your morning routine helps with your night routine. Um, and then just having a bedtime routine, whatever that is for you, you know, a cup of tea. I drink this magnesium drink every night. So that just is my setting my tone for my bedtime routine, which has been extremely helpful. He talks about, which I think is funny, like kids, right? We have bedtime routine for our children. And we don't turn on the lights and play loud music, right? We have some sort of calming down period. So that's what I've been doing for sleep. I've also trying to commit to 1 hour before I go to bed, no screen time. It is challenging, but it works. It does work. And then the last one, relaxation. So I love podcasts, Audible. I love listening to books, and that's kind of my relaxation, which is important in our busy times. I also love walking my dog, so that's something that sometimes I pair the two, Audible and walking my dog. So those are kind of is a little like grasp into what I've learned on this podcast from Mel Robbins and Dr. Chatterjee. So if I were to leave you with an action item, I would say pick one of these health pillars that maybe you need to focus on, and then experiment with different things that work, right? We all need to kind of notice how we're feeling when we try these different things, right? And then adapt to that and try different things. What I really like too is not what works for me isn't potentially going to work for you. So we have to figure out what works for us the best. So I also want to leave one more thing. Do you all know about the well-being moments, the nuggets? I will put that in the chat, but you can register for these as a leader and or a frontline caregiver or whatever role you're in. But again, it's just taking like 2 to 3 minutes of time that is manageable in our busy life. So I think that's my biggest thing is just take a little time for yourself, whether that's 3 minutes, 5 minutes, and be kind to yourself too as we're figuring this all out. So I'll put the well-being nuggets in the chat, and I appreciate you letting me share my friends to my friends. So thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Annan. What a great message. The idea of small little chunks and making it simple. It's so accessible. So I totally agree with this whole process and a lot of things you do are a lot of things that I do as well. So I think we share some things there. All right, let's go ahead and move into the stretch portion of our class today. I'm going to spotlight myself. So go ahead and find yourself some space. Okay, so we've got a little movement, tiny little chunk of movement here we're going to do together. So let's start by a split stance, short split stance. You're going to go right foot forward, left foot back. We're going to sit back into the left leg, the front leg, the toes lift up, and you reach your right arm forward. And then we just stand up and rock forward, and then we're going to repeat, same side. Rock back, lift the front arm, look down, rock up. Let's do it 2 more times on this side. Rock back, lift the front arm, lift those front toes, come up, and 1 more time on this side. Reach forward and stand up. Okay, let's switch up our feet. Okay, same thing on this side. So we're going to plant right hand on right thigh, sit back, left arm reaches forward, left toes lift, rock forward. We'll repeat that 3 more times. Reach forward, reach, lift the toes, come up, and 1 more on this side. And come up. All right, let's take our feet nice and wide, toes face forward. We're just going to sit hip side to side. Kind of avoid this movement, not like intentionally, but that inner thigh stretching movements. We stop moving through certain planes of motion as we get a little older. We kind of stick to just moving forward, but by moving our hips side to side, we wake up muscles, stretch muscles that kind of get ignored. So let's sit to the left and hold here just a little bit longer. Maybe start to push your hips back and up a little bit. And then let's switch sides. Push hips back and up a little bit. And then come up. Okay, let's bring our feet in together. All right, arms are going to come up. Pull the elbows down. And now reach forward and your arms kind of wrap around each other as you round through the back. And then we lift up, pull down, reach forward, maybe the opposite arms on the top this time, round, reach up, pull down, reach forward and wrap. And one more time, reach up, pull down, and reach forward and wrap. All right, let's come to standing. Arms are going to go to your sides. Feet are going to be about hip width apart, maybe just a touch wider. And we're going to push the right hip out. So that left knee is going to bend, right leg's going to be straight. And then we reach up and over. And then we bring it down, and then we push the other hip out, and we reach. Come down, hip goes out, reach. Bring it down, hip pops out, and reach. Let's do one more each side. It's kind of hard for my body to figure out going to this way. I don't know why my brain seems to struggle with that. Maybe you have the same problem I do, or maybe not. Okay, bring it back to the center. All right. I'm going to take arms out in front and just point your fingertips down at the ground. And then you turn them. You're just rotating palms up and palms down. Then we're going to add a little assistance here. So from right here, take your left hand, place it on the top and push down. And then flip it over, grab the palm, push down. Flip it over, push down. So we're grabbing just the top of the hand, avoiding the fingers. We're not pushing down on the fingers, we're pushing on the palm and the top of the hand. Okay, let's do the other side. Push down. And then palm opens, push down. If you find an area that needs a little more stretching, feel free to hold it a little bit longer. Of course, always listen to what your body is telling you. Let's do one more of each. And push. Right, go ahead and release. Shake the arms out a little bit. A few reverse shoulder rolls. And then we're going to heel toe our feet out a little wider. Big reach up. Look up. And then big reach down. And you can hinge from the hips, holding forward. Big reach up, big inhale up. And then big exhale down. Let's do that one more time. Big inhale up. And big exhale down. Go ahead and come back to standing. Taking the feet in a little bit closer, and we're going to do some little tiny hip circles here. Going one way. And then go the other way. And then heel toe your feet out a little wider, and we'll do that again. Hip circles one way, maybe make them a little bigger now. And hip circles the other way. All right. You guys are all done. Thanks so much for joining today. Do my best. All right, welcome.